Hi, my name is Elizabeth Taber. In this short video, I will be discussing 3 aspects of social competence. The 3 aspects include the definition of social competence and how one can facilitate social competence in the early childhood field. I will also discuss how to support emotional competence and how stress can hinder the ability for children to do well in social situations. So what is social competence? According to Michael, the process of socialization begins at birth and continues throughout childhood. Page 361. Social competence is when children learn the important skill of how to socialize with other children. This is very important for the success of a child. So how does one facilitate social competence in young children? According to McCallan, the teacher must help a child understand the important skill of perspective taking. What is perspective taking? The definition of perspective taking is when one learns how to consider the perspective of someone else. This, of course, can be very difficult since children have a me mentality. However, teachers must help the child learn this important skill. Another skill that must be learned is how to have good communication skills. A teacher can facilitate good communication by teaching children important habits. An important habit that a child can learn is how to express anger in an appropriate manner. One way a teacher can do this is when a child is using his anger in an incorrect manner, the teacher can self-direct the child to a more positive activity. There are 3 steps to guided social interaction. The first step is the teacher must look at the situation and determine if there is a problem. For example, let us say that the teacher has 2 children in her class, Hannah and Lily. Hannah starts throwing a fit. So the teacher knows that there is a problem. The second step is for the teacher to inquire the child's understanding of the problem. So the teacher goes over and says to Hannah, "Why are you upset?" And the child responds, "Lily took my toy." Now the teacher understands that the problem is that the children are not sharing. So the third step is the teacher must respond to the problem in an appropriate manner. So the teacher says, "I know that you are upset, but we do not need to cry. Let us ask nicely about the toy." The teacher then approaches the other child. "Lily, did you take the toy away from Hannah?" And Lily would respond that the toy is hers. So the teacher would say, "Lily, you know it is not kind to take toys. Can you give the toy back to Hannah? Let her play with it for a while, then you can play with it." Social competence is important, but teachers also must address emotional competence. So what is emotional competence? According to McCallan, self-concept falls under emotional competence. Teachers can help build emotional competence by several different strategies. First, teachers can use the name of the child as a way to show the child that they are important. They can also give compliments to the child and say good job when a child does what is asked of them. It is also important for teachers to be aware of how they treat other teachers. A child will watch the interaction between two adults. It is therefore important to model kind and thoughtful behavior. The last issue that I want to discuss is how stress plays a huge role in delaying or damaging social and emotional development. So what is childhood stress? According to McCallan, the stress of divorce, remarriage, violence, and sexual themes in homes, unsafe home environments, and are all examples of stress. Page 373. Another problem that is occurring is homelessness and children living in high crime areas. This stress affects social and emotional competence. It may cause the child to withdraw and not socialize with his peers. This stress can cause the child to act out in rages of anger and to be unkind to his friends. This does not only affect social interaction, but it can also affect emotional competence. In the case of divorce, a child may believe that the divorce is his fault and therefore may have a negative or harmful self-image. Stress can also cause a child to go through a depression and may cause a child to harm himself. We can see through these various examples that stress plays a huge role in affecting emotional and social competence. It is important therefore for teachers to be aware of these problems. It is important for teachers to find a way to help children cope with these difficult life situations. So how can a teacher help a child cope? One way that a teacher can help is by helping the child eat correctly, helping the child get plenty of rest, and also being a listening ear for the child to tell concerns and other problems to. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned the importance of how to strengthen the emotional and social competence of your child. Thank you.